Now, as you are tuned into the message right now, we told everybody that during this show we wanted to talk about the role that artists can play, and importantly, the role that white artists and white people can play as our country is going through such a transformative moment. And I think it's important to make sure that we don't just reach out to black folks at this moment and make the work exclusively that of black folks. This problem was not created by black people, the problem of police brutality, the problem of racism. And there's a lot of ways that folks can get involved, white people can get involved, but they don't. Sanni, I've written a 6-point plan for
I like this, Sean, because I see people of all colors going, how can we help? And then I sometimes, because black folks is frustrated, I do see some pushback, and then they're like, well, what do we do? How do we help? And so I personally am really excited to hear these 6 points.
Number 1, use your voice. As a white person, there's a lot of places in society where your voice is heard and you're assumed to be telling the truth when that's not the case for black folks. And when you speak truth in those places, it means that more things will be heard. On top of that, when you speak silence into those places, it makes some of the black folks that are saying this is a real problem seem like they aren't believable. So you can add some legitimacy, it's a problem that's required of white voices, but it's something that can help at this moment. Don't be fair weather. If this is your first time saying anything about racism, don't make it be your last time. If you have a platform and you just said, it's 2020, maybe I should say something about it, make sure you save some of that for 2021, 2022. Right. The problem is not going away. Right. Use your arrogance. There's a lot of white artists in black spaces, myself included, and some arrogance is what got me into this job, where I said, no, put my band on, play this tune, check me out, let me get on the radio. You were so confident that you could be a part of this conversation. Figure out how to be a part of the conversation that's about healing something a lot bigger than your career, but actually stepping up and doing something for the greater good. Educate yourself without asking black friends to do all the work for you, or black strangers. Educate yourself using Google. Educate yourself going to the University of Minnesota Press that just released like 25 books, free to download, free to read until August 31st, and they have some incredible stuff on that list. There's a lot of great scholarship on this. Listen to the art. I'm about to play a lot of Minnesota artists that have been talking about issues of racism, of police brutality for decades. And for too long, and myself included, people who have a position to play songs on the radio haven't pressed play on these nearly enough. And that a lot has to do with the fact that it can make people uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable. Let that be a part of you. We Are One. Joe Horton, a great rapper, great artist, had a piece called Natchez that I saw at Southern Theater. And at the end of the piece, he asked the audience to realize that we are one. Not just the same, not similar, one. So if the police aren't working for somebody 15 miles away from you, if the police aren't working for somebody on your block, they aren't working for you. We are one. Make that one. That's the 6-point plan. That's my idea.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
I haven't always followed those things. I will fail. We will all make mistakes.
We will all make mistakes, but I think it's just thank you, Sean. I'm just going to say thank you. I when we talked about this show last week, I ran out of our production screaming because this is the conversation. And I do see so many people wanting to help, and just thank you for being a guiding light for people who really want to help and they just might not know how.
It is an honor and it is a duty. Let's check out some incredible hip-hop from right here in the Twin Cities that really speaks directly to some of these issues. Now, Minnesota is an artist who has been fearlessly at the forefront of talking about black excellence, but also talking about police brutality, and police brutality right here in the Twin Cities. One of his records that he made with Tech speaks pretty directly to it, called Rum DMT. And Minnesota has this tune called Be Ready that features Jamila Pettiford as well as Tech on the track and on the raps. Such a great piece. This is Be Ready. It's Minnesota on The Message, hip-hop and R&B on the current.